Hey, what's up, RGL family? It's me, MJRetroGamer, back with another episode of Snack Break. And in this video, we'll be trying some spicy treats from Ocean State Job Lot. And I'll be rating the spiciness and the flavor. Bon appetit! Alright, let's get this started and see if I can burn my face off. So funny enough, this is actually my second time because after doing the intro, I forgot to hit the record button. That is my life. Someone with the ADHD brain, I'm sure you understand. So we're doing this again. Given enough time for the spiciness of the last round to kind of fade away. So I do know what to expect, but I'm obviously gonna try to keep everything genuine and hopefully cover what I covered before. Although I didn't get to finish it, so I still had one more product to test, which I hadn't tested yet when I noticed that I didn't hit record. So that one is going to be 100% still a first time reaction. But unfortunately for the rest of them, this is the second time through, although silver lining, some of them were quite tasty. So, you win some, you lose some. But so to get it kicked off, I'm going to go in the same order as last time too. We've got hers, jalapeno poppers, flavored cheese curls, and oven baked with real cheese, so it's practically health food. I live on the East Coast, and I got this at a store called Ocean State Job Lot. They might not have that where you are, but maybe something similar. Basically they get things that are, I guess, approaching the Best By date, and we're not selling well, and they get offloaded there and sold at a discount, supposedly, but who knows, right? But that's what they tell us. So, and so these are jalapeno popper flavored. And again, I'm not going to read all the nutritional facts, but the sodium in these are 340 milligrams. And I point that out because that's important to me. I'm trying to take care of myself, live longer, hopefully. So, I've been watching my sodium. I will probably most likely be donating these to my children after. Let them, they're young and their bodies can handle it. Or, I don't know, give them away to a neighbor, bring them to a party, something. But I wanted to get them because I saw them at the store and they had all of these, hot, spicy snack foods. And so I thought it'd be fun to do a video. And we're going to be rating the spiciness of these of the different snacks. Meh will be not really that spicy at all. Then we'll have, that's a one spicy meatball. And that will be our medium heat. Or a little more than medium, and then call 911 is if it's really hot, and if it's call 911, I expect there to be some beads of sweat on my forehead and maybe a bit of grimacing and pain as it burns my insides. But so 15 pieces for this is a serving, 150 calories, and 15 grams of carbs for those who are interested. So let's give this a taste. So, if you ever had a cheese doodle, it tastes like a cheese doodle in terms of the crunch and everything. Like I said, it's not, the foods aren't bad. It's just sort of near, like this says, this Best By date is May 1st, 2021. But I think they really nailed the jalapeno popper flavor. if you ever had those. It's yeah, I mean, they really got it. In terms of heat though, I mean, there's nothing. It's like having black pepper on something, you know. It's there's really no heat at all. But they're quite tasty. So I'm gonna have one more. But yeah, so definitely a meh in terms of the heat. Next, we have another, and I think all of these but one is hers. So maybe like a distributor had stock and they had to get rid of it, whatever the case might be. But yeah, this is hers again. This is baked with real cheese. Carolina Reaper flavored, scorching hot. It's got a little meter here. It's pegged all the way at super hot, I guess, in the red zone. These are the same 15 curls, 150 calories. We've got 390 milligrams of salt, so a little more, or sodium, a little more sodium, 15 grams of carbs, and no nutritional value. So let's give these a taste. Excuse me. It's not from the heat. It's just like a little dry, so. These so these two they have a good flavor. A lot of time hot stuff can just be kind of like bitter, or you know, not. It doesn't really have a flavor. It's just kind of the heat. So good flavor with these. I would say maybe between a meh and that's a spicy meatball. There's a little bit of heat, like after you know, chew it, and you swallow, and you kind of get a little like kickback of some heat, but nothing crazy, and it kind of fades pretty fast. So I definitely wouldn't put it over there in the red zone. It probably barely, like maybe towards the end of the green zone. But yeah, but like I said, tasty for sure. If you like cheese curls and you want a little kick, you know, these aren't bad. All right, so next we're gonna do, this is the I actually have a salsa and a pepper relish too, which are they're different brands. They're not the hers brand. This isn't either. So this is these are sesame sticks, and this is by Crunchy Cravings, and this is a honey roasted habanero, and these are 160 calories, 1 ounce serving. So I like the 7 servings per container. So actually 1 ounce is probably a decent amount based on the weight of this bag. Or the feel of this bag. So we got 15 grams of carbohydrates, so same as the cheese curls we just had, and but less sodium, 280 milligrams of sodium, and some protein for what it's worth, I guess. I'm just trying to get some heat. I'm not getting any spice. Maybe like kind of a little touch at the end. But you get a sweet. You really get a sweet at first. I think kind of masks any spiciness that might be there. I'm feeling a little on the tongue, but that might be from the cheese curls we just had. Or it's, you know, it's from these, but you know, your brain really locks on to sweet, to sugar. So that might be kind of masking the heat of the habanero. Yeah, because it's honey and pineapple. There's definitely no pineapple flavor. You can taste the sesame, you know, so if you don't like sesame, then I wouldn't recommend getting these. That flavor is definitely there. And, you know, you got the sweetness of the honey, but, I mean, really zero heat. But tasty, for sure, and, you know, very crunchy, you know, so it's a nice snack. I'm going to have a couple more because they're tasty. And we're clearing the palate here with my my red drink. This is water with the Walmart. Walmart has their own sort of water flavors. And this is the fruit punch, which is I think probably my favorite. They have quite a few. I think this one's the best. And like some of them have sodium, and again, like I'm really trying to watch that, so this is no sodium, which is nice. I drink a lot of plain water too. Obviously, you know, plain water is ideal, but you know, if you need a little, if you're looking for a little you know, hit of sweetness and flavor, these are good. I mean, I would say better than drinking soda. At least, you know, soda, non-diet soda. Because there's sweetener in here. And, you know, that's probably not the best either. But, you know, you gotta pick your battles. So here we have hers. Ghost pepper flavored smoking hot. And this is a crinkle styled potato chip. Hers is really about these calories, 150. I think both the cheese curls were 150 calories too. Much less sodium, 180 grams, so like almost half of what the cheese curls were. And 16 grams of carbohydrates, and I think the cheese curls were 15. And then basically no nutritional value. Potassium and some vitamin C. I'm curious where that's coming from, but oh well, from the potato, right? So here we go. Our big chip. Yeah, I'm not. There's a little bit, I like kind of, yeah, a little bit of heat comes after you swallow it, and kind of build up a little bit on the back of the throat, but it's pretty mild. Again, probably between a meh and a spicy meatball. I mean, you know, maybe my tolerance for heat is a little higher than yours, but you know, to each their own. But for me, it's pretty mild, and then it's not really a lot of flavor either. It's kind of smoky, probably. This is closer to what I was saying before, where like some things that are hot, it's just like the heat. It's about the heat. And I would say that's definitely describes this pretty well. So really not that hot, really not a lot of flavor. So I would avoid this one if you're looking for something. All right, now I'm gonna try out the pepper relish and the salsa, and then I'm going to do the last chip that I have. So, cleanse the palate. This is pepper relish, Rust Belt, It says it's extra spicy. We have 25 calories, 90 milligrams of sodium, and 3 grams of carbs, and no nutritional value. 2 tablespoons is serving size, which I think is pretty typical for like a relish or a salsa, a dip kind of thing. All right, so we're gonna take a good spoonful here. This is similar to the chip we just had. There's like a little bit of heat after you swallow that kind of percolates. But again, you know, pretty mild if you ask me. Good flavor, you know, kind of like a tomatoey flavor. Maybe a little sweetness. Where's the... Yeah, probably your sweetness from the potato. Oh, tomato. Oh, yeah, and so cane sugar, which is the 1, 2, 3rd ingredient. But yeah, I mean, this pretty tasty. Definitely would go good with some tortilla chips for snacking. All right, next we have Mrs. Renfro's Mango Habanero Salsa. Lots of habanero. Again, we got 2 tablespoons for a serving size. This one's 15 calories. A lot more sodium, 170 milligrams of sodium. And for carbs, this states that it's medium hot and non-GMO, which everybody says now. So, I mean, take it with a grain of salt in my book. All right, let's give it a taste. It's got like chunks of mango in there. It's really not sweet tasting at all. I'm really getting more of like the tomato than any of the kind of like the sweetness or flavor from the mango. And again, this one, it kind of like percolates after. I'm getting a little heat on the tongue, a little heat on the back of the throat. I would say this is probably a spicy meatball. Also, a spicy meatball. I definitely think it holds true the medium heat. And again, it's not kind of like on the front on your tongue. It's like after, and it's sort of, you know what I mean if you eat hot food. Kind of crops up after the fact. All right, our last chip is Creamy Ranch Habanero. I saved this for last because ranch is my favorite snack chip flavoring. Go up to the deli and grab me, one of the snack size Cool Ranch Doritos and order a turkey grinder with lettuce, tomato, onions, and mayo and pickles. And yeah, so saving the ranch for last. This is with a habanero kick. And there we go, 150 calories, 13 chips. So they make that 150 work. 340 milligrams of sodium. So a lot more sodium than the other chips that we had earlier. And 15 grams of carbs. So, all right, so let's give these a taste. Hopefully it will at least be more flavorful, if that's a word, than the regular smoking hot. I love that ranch. So I'm definitely starting to get a little bit of heat, like as I ate few in the row. Really can't taste the ranch. Definitely tasting the habanero. They're pretty salty. I've been really trying to cut back on salt, so I'm probably more sensitive to it too. So I'm really kind of getting the salt of it more than anything. I would say these are probably that's the one a spicy meatball. It's about a medium heat. Doesn't stick around too long. As I'm eating more of these, my nose is watering a little bit, but I mean they're not like hot. It's just starting to trigger that stuff in your body. I kind of wish the ranch flavor was a little bit stronger, but I think it's being masked. Habanero's a smokier a flavor, I would say. So I think that's kind of masking it, and then with the heat and the salt. So I mean, not bad. I would say out of all of these, the jalapeno, the 2 cheese curls were the tastiest for sure, and the sesame. So if I had to rate the jalapeno peppers, I mean, tasted like jalapeno peppers. So if you like jalapeno peppers, those things will hit the spot. And then the regular Carolina heat or whatever Reaper cheese curls, those are really tasty too. And then the sesame sticks, if you want something with a little sweetness to it, and again, no heat. I mean, in terms of heat, I'd probably say the 2 habanero, the mango habanero salsa and these ranch probably had the most heat. And like I said, even it's kind of like a medium, nothing crazy. So now, I was going to use these to dip, but I think with the ranch and the habanero and everything else going on, that might be too much. So we're going to get the ghost pepper back out. I had the hottest thing I ever ate was probably a pizza that had like 5 or 7 different ghost peppers on it. And whew, that was hot. That was call 911 hot. I was hurting. My insides were burning. I was sweating. I went with my son and his uncle, and I think his uncle had like 3 bites, and he couldn't take it anymore. We were laughing so hard because he was like crying because it was so hot. And like I said, I probably had 4 or 5 pieces. But I mean, my stomach was like hot, like fire, and I definitely paid for it later, as you can imagine. But it was good, and it was fun. I mean, like I said, it was the hottest thing I've ever eaten in my life. I don't eat, like just like the raw pepper. I'm not doing anything crazy like that. But yeah, so that for like prepared food or whatever, that was the hottest thing I've ever had, and it was good. But man, I was sweating. That was painful. But yeah, so I'm gonna use these, and we're gonna use it to dip in the dips, and see if that kind of kicks the meter up. Yeah, I'm gonna use orange because these. I mean, for ghost pepper, you'd think it'd be a lot hotter, but it's not. All right. definitely starting to get a little more heat now. So combining the ranch habanero with the mango habanero is definitely putting a little heat on the throat. Still not gonna call 911 though. It's not that. It's not that serious. And then finally we'll do the chip. Getting some heat on my tongue now too. With the pepper relish. Yeah, that's definitely kicking it up. Doing the salsa with the chip. I think the pepper relish was milder, so. Yeah, the pepper relish, it's supposed to be extra spicy, but it's not. It's almost kind of like cooling the ranch. I think any of the heat I'm getting is from the ranch habanero and not the pepper relish, but it's really tasty. I'll definitely give it that. So that's it. That's your snack break. Again, I live on the East Coast. These were found at Ocean State Job Lot. Hers is a notable brand over here. I don't know if they're all over the U.S. or anywhere else. Hold on, just wanna. The habanero and the habanero is definitely getting a little spicy. But yeah, if any of those look like they interest you, and like I said, any of the snacks other than the ranch, really very mild. So if you want something with a little spiciness, but nothing that's gonna have you drinking a gallon of milk or anything like that. I think any of these will kind of hit the spot. And I already told you kind of like what I thought was the hottest and which had the best flavor. Yeah, so that's it. So please, comment, like, subscribe. I'll be doing more of these, and then obviously, my main channel content is retro gaming, classic gaming, and pixel art games, retro type games, or retro looking games, like new indie titles where they're doing like the sprite and the pixel work, but obviously it's a new title. It's not a 20-year-old or 30-year-old Nintendo title. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. I was the one eating the snacks, so I think that goes without saying. But again, thank you for watching. Hope you're well, and have a good night. Take care.